I came one time over my train and I lowered it and went to the other side and I wasn't know where you were. And I shake my head all the way down here.
Yeah, that's what I like. I like that reaction. Where they were? I don't know exactly where they were because I didn't pay attention, but that right. On a rectangle.
for the singing of our national anthem, performed by senior Michael Conley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
Thank you and good evening. My name is Mary Tomaso, principal of Acknowledgments High School, and I would like to welcome you to the class of 2022 commencement ceremony. Please notice that our school nurse, Mrs. Vincent, is here to assist with any medical needs. She's located down at the bottom right of the stand beyond. As we begin our celebration of seniors, please join me in giving a warm welcome to our interim superintendent of schools, Mr. Gary Tutty.
Good evening. It's my honor and privilege to welcome you to the commencement of the class of 2022. Welcome to our graduates, to the Board of Education, to our faculty and staff, and a special thanks to all the parents and grandparents and family and friends who are here to honor our graduates. When Mrs. Tomaso asked me to speak, I asked her, "What do you want me to speak about?" And she said, "For you, a perfect speech should be about 1 minute." One thing she did say I should do is honor the retirees who spent long hours, days, and many, many years helping you along the way to make this day possible. Our retirees this year are, and I'd ask you to stand if you're here, and I see most of you, Deborah Shaw, Melody Couchman, Cindy Kemmler, and retiring soon, Deborah Davis and David Fox. Join me in thanking and congratulating these retirees. I'd give them advice on retiring, but it would be worthless. I'd also like to thank 2 people who have left or are leaving a job that can be often thankless but rewarding. Our thanks go out to Rich Lewis and Mike Carney for their service as school board members. Graduation is a special day, and I heard a heartwarming story I'd like to share. It seems a young woman just found out she was having a baby and excitedly told her husband, and then she saw her grandmother on the porch. She said to her Nana, "I just found out I'm having a baby." Her Nana smiled lovingly. She said, "If you're lucky, dear, it'll move the day after graduation, otherwise it will never move." But there's a lot of mixed emotions today about you guys leaving high school. We hate to see you go, but we love to see you grow. And it is your day. But just one thought. I had a friend who wrote, "The beauty of love is met in the depths of its sacrifices." And if that's true, and I think it is, one of the greatest ways to measure one's love for you is how much and how deep was their sacrifice for you. I hope you realize the unconditional and boundless love they have for you. And even if you realize and you think you do understand just what they've done for you, something tells me you will realize even more as life goes on how much these people have sacrificed for you. Because a lot of it you haven't seen. Because they love you so much, they don't think of it as a sacrifice. So I was wondering if we could take a minute for you to applaud for them. With that, I wish you only the best. I wasn't here long enough to know you as well as I would have liked. But whether you go out somewhere in the world, or the country, or even stay right here in Herkimer in the Mohawk Valley, make a pledge to yourself to make a positive difference wherever you go and whatever you do. And make another promise to never forget those who sacrificed for you and those who love you. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Tutty. We are grateful for your service.
To represent the Board of Education today as Board President to address the Herkimer Central School graduating class of 2022. You may all also know me as Riley's dad. I have known most of you since elementary school. ASO soccer games, youth basketball, softball, baseball, even 6th grade kickball tournaments and field days. So much has changed since you were in elementary school. Whoever would have thought that part of your high school careers would be done behind a computer screen with your classmates joining you virtually. I want to talk to you today about a trait that you learned during the pandemic, perseverance. Perseverance is defined as doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. You all did an amazing job of persevering despite everything that was going on around you. Virtual school, no problem. Hybrid school, sure thing. Go back to school fully in person but wearing masks every day? Well, some things you just had to do. Perseverance. And look where it got you, graduating from a wonderful school and continuing to your next stage of life. Many of you will be entering college in the fall, the military, the workforce, but whatever path you choose, remember the words of Barbara Bush when she said, "Never lose sight of the fact that the most important yardstick of your success will be how you treat other people, your family, friends, and coworkers, and even strangers you meet along the way." Your parents have taught you from an early age that you will succeed at everything you put your mind to. They were teaching you how to persevere. From coloring outside the lines in your kindergarten class, to losing that 6th grade kickball tournament, to striking out in Little League. Those failures didn't make you quit, they made persevere and made you the successful Herkimer High School graduate that your parents knew you would be. Remember that life isn't a participation trophy. You need to put yourself out there and grab success. I think that I can confidently say that along with your families, your past teachers, Ms. Tomaso, Mr. Tutty, and the remainder of the Board of Education, that we are all excited to see what your future brings to all of you. And though we know that you will have some failures in your years to come, we know each and every one of you will succeed and do great things. persevere. Good luck, congratulations, and welcome to the next stage in your lives. Herkimer Central School graduating class of 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Crandall. We appreciate the work that you and your Board of Education colleagues do for our schools, and more importantly, your Students First philosophy. Speaking of Students First, one of my favorite Herkimer traditions is that our seniors are our graduation speakers. To make the occasion even more memorable, our student speakers ask a member of our staff whom they admire and respect to introduce them at graduation. Continuing with this tradition, we begin by welcoming high school math teacher, Mrs. Holly Wilansky.
Welcome, family, friends, faculty, the best young ladies she can be. No matter where you look, Riley has left her mark on a number of clubs and teams here at Herkimer High School. Riley has been involved in both modified and varsity sports, National Honor Society, and Student Council. She was elected president of the 2022 graduating class. Somehow, in between all of that, she was still able to find time to stand out in the classroom, going beyond the limits of solidifying her name on the honor roll list year after year. Riley plans on attending MVCC this upcoming fall to pursue a degree in digital animation and continue her studies at RPI for games and simulation arts and sciences. I've known Riley since she was in 7th grade and had been fortunate to have been an integral part of her education for 3 courses, excuse me. I've had the privilege of witnessing Riley's rate of change into the young leader graduating today. Riley quickly stood out to me, not only for the skills she possesses, but for her work ethic, leadership, and warm-hearted personality. Riley's drive, determination, confidence, and character creates a unique balance that is truly one of a kind. So without further ado, I'd like to say congratulations to the entire class of 2022. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you your Salutatorian of Herkimer High School, Riley Crandall.
I'm a little bit nervous, and I was just crying, so. Anyone who knows me knows that giving a speech in front of hundreds of people is the last place I want to be, so I'll make this quick. Giving a speech is just one more hard thing I have to do before I get my diploma and move on with my life. High school has been hard between maintaining grades, playing sports, and taking time for ourselves, all while navigating drama and making sure everyone's happy. It's a lot to handle at once. But it's been our constant for the past 6+ years. It's hard to believe we won't have that anymore. It's not easy to think about not seeing your friends every day, or passing your favorite teacher in the hallway, or messing around in Bella's library. Change is hard, especially when that change could determine what you do with the rest of your life. Change is going to be one of the only constants in our lives, even though it can be really scary and unwanted at times. But in order to live our lives to the fullest, we need to embrace that change, not run away from it. With change comes new opportunities, so take advantage of it. Thank you to my friends, family, my cats, my teachers, administration, and staff for supporting me throughout my high school career. To my fellow graduates, good luck in your future endeavors, and remember to follow your heart and be happy in what you do. Don't take things for granted, make as many memories as possible, and live every day like it could be your last. Thank you.
I would now invite high school art teacher and our 2022 finalist for New York State Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Heather McCutcheon, to introduce our next student speaker.
Bailey and I have known each other since our kindergarten days, when I would roll into the classroom with the rest of the class of 2020 for my art on the cart. She is the same smiling kid with big curls that had a passion for art. Bailey was, and still is, determined, creative, outgoing, with a contagious laugh that makes a whole room smile. Bailey has grown into a true leader through these high school years, tackling social and emotional issues through Youth Summit and community building as the student council president. During her senior year, Bailey took on even more responsibilities in and out of the classroom. Bailey participated in her regularly scheduled senior schedule, Project Lead the Way, Advanced Placement Art. She also made time to support her senior class as vice president and was an active member of the National Honor Society. Bailey is a diligent worker and always puts the betterment of the school above her own personal priorities. Bailey plans to attend community college with work in the STEAM-related field. I could not be more proud of her and her accomplishments, and I know Bailey will do great things in the future. Over the last year, I've heard Bailey say numerous times in reference to organizing the next concession stand, dance, school paper, dance recitals, and many, many art projects. I think today's the day. Today, I'll be done. Usually, I heard that statement again and again each day for weeks. I often just smiled and said, okay, Bailey, knowing sure well she wasn't done. Well, today, Bailey, you're done. It's now my pleasure to welcome Bailey Hare, the Student Council President, to the stage.
I'm also pretty nervous. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for coming out to celebrate the graduating class of 2022. I feel very honored to be given the opportunity to speak in front of all of you today, and I'm not at all utterly terrified to be up at this mic. In all seriousness, I'd like to thank all of you, the parents, grandparents, friends, family, and administration who helped not only me, but all of us make it to this moment. There have been good days and not so good days, but your everlasting support has not gone unnoticed. Since I was 2 years old, I've taken dance classes. I've spent most of my childhood in tights and leotards, with my hair in a slicked back bun, learning the proper posture of this and the correct foot placement of that. What I've learned from 16 years of dance is not just how to turn or leap, but always keep dancing. For as long as I can remember, the #1 rule is, if you fall, get up. And if you mess up, just keep going. Your prop could fly right out of your hands, but you better keep doing that choreography. I think this is something we should all carry through life. We will trip and fall, it's inevitable, but the sun will still rise in the morning and the music will keep playing. So get up, dust yourself off, find the rhythm, and keep pushing forward. Another rule I'd like to share, not from dance, but a very unconventional class, is figure it out. I'm sure my little brother is rolling his eyes right now because he seems to hear this phrase a lot from me at home. I'm very sorry, Brad. From the first day of freshman year all the way up until the last week of senior year, some of my classmates and I took a bus to Frankfurt to learn different fields of engineering. This small group of Frankfurt and Herkimer students eventually became what our teacher, Mr. P, referred to as a big, ugly family. Mr. P watched some of us solutions in tears, me being the one in tears most of the time, and still say those three simple words, figure it out. To be completely honest, it was somewhat infuriating, but solving the problem after a billion tries and a couple good tears was one of the most rewarding parts of high school for me. Each of us this year and throughout high school have faced our own personal setbacks. While we may not acknowledge it, we all have incredible persistence. Keep it, because whatever our next step may be, I'm sure we will need it. When the going gets tough, I ask you to remember to keep dancing through life no matter how hard the fall, and recognize if you keep trying, you will eventually figure it out. Take time to find beauty amidst the chaos. Find what makes you happy and pursue it. And above all else, be kind, not only to those around you, but to yourself as well. I know whatever we all may face, we will find our rhythm and figure it out. And one more thing, if you ever get too stressed out, I'd like to share something my dad would say to me. He would say almost exactly like Axl Rose, I don't worry about nothing, because worry's a waste of my time. Thank you.
Our final student speaker will be introduced by high school physics teacher, Mr. Ryan Nickloff.
I can't thank you all enough for being here today. One of the biggest predictors of student success is the support they have from friends and family. I'm here not only as a teacher, but as a fan of Herkimer students. My job today is to introduce a student that I am a huge fan of. Let me start by putting on this awkward commemorative t-shirt of Miss Caroline Thompson. Don't worry, Caroline, this is going to your dad after. For those of you that have never seen Caroline in action, she's one of the most focused and driven students I've ever met. I remember one of Caroline's first days as a 7th grader in my STEM class. 7th grade boys, well, being 7th grade boys, were disrupting Caroline's education. Caroline turned around in her chair and gave the boys the look that I only thought mothers knew how to give. The boys quietly melted in their chairs and gave no more problems. Also in middle school, Caroline joined Herkimer's Lego robotics team that I helped coach. Most of the young ladies on the team gravitated towards project-based challenges, but not Caroline. She saw the boys working on computer programming, and that's what Caroline wanted to excel at. Years later, Caroline is an aspiring environmental engineer, and I can't think of a more capable person I'd entrust the future of our planet to. I'm sure you will make us proud, Caroline. So without further ado, I present to you the woman, the myth, the legend, and this year's Herkimer Valedictorian, Caroline Pontius.
Today is an incredibly important day that I know we have all been waiting for. And I'm not talking about the graduation thing, but rather that today is the 18th birthday of someone in the class of 2022. That person is no other than Jackson Manning. Now we could all start saying happy birthday to him, but enough. Now that that part is out of the way, I would like to thank everyone for everything. Thank you parents, teachers, mentors, family, staff, friends, and everyone that has supported all of us. This day and ceremony is also for you, to see what you have helped create and grow. Without you, none of us would be on the stage today. Thank you. This class has certainly gone through a lot, from COVID to missing out on field trips because previous classes didn't exactly behave. Yet, we are here today, and I know it was a lot, but we have made it to the end. While I might have been successful in getting the title of Valedictorian, I know that others here have also achieved success in regards to friendship or learning more about themselves. This type of success should also be praised and appreciated because it is far more valuable. None of us know when our final meeting will be, so I will treat this as if it is our last. For the last 2 years, I have focused on my happiness, and the progress I have made is my greatest accomplishment. I can only hope that all of you work on being happy and enjoy trying to figure it out. To pursue happiness, complacency cannot be tolerated. You must stand up and be heard. If you don't, how will you ever reach that happiness? How will it ever get better? This is why I must mention my displeasure and horror with the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade earlier today. This is why I must remind you that although we are in Pride Month, the LGBTQIA+ community still has a long way to go for equality. This is why I must be annoying. If not me, then who? I will be happy and I will fight for that happiness. Now it's up to all of you and whether or not you will fight for that happiness as well. Thank you.
And now, we will give the presentation of diplomas. As seniors prepare to receive their diplomas, I want to draw your attention to the abundance of awards that are listed in the programs. These awards were presented earlier this month at our Senior Awards Assembly, many of them by relatives of whose memories were honored. We are grateful for the support of our community that everyone gives to our school, not just through scholarships, but all year long. Additional diploma honors will be announced today. You will notice that members of the National Honor Society are wearing gold cords, that academic H recipients are wearing green medals, and our military enlistee is wearing a sash for the branch he is committed to. And now, Senior Class Advisor Mrs. Smith will present the graduates of the class of 2022.
Caroline Pontius, Valedictorian, Advanced Regents with Honors with Mastery in Science and Math. Riley Crandall, Salutatorian, Class President, Regents with Honors. Bailey Hare, Student Council President, Class Vice President, Advanced Regents with a Mastery in Science. Hannah Whaley, Advanced Regents with Honors with Mastery in Mathematics. Chase Everson, Regents with Honors. Destiny Filkins, Advanced Regents with Mastery in Science. Joshua Baldwin, Advanced Regents with Mastery in Science and Biliteracy Seal. Angela Weckelo, Regents with Honors. Advanced Regents with Mastery in Science and Biliteracy Seal. Emmy Baker. Anthony Bambera. Alexis Spartan. Carly Bellinger, CTE endorsement. Olivia Biankowski. Isaiah Brown. Caitlin Brown. Amaya Shabrir. James Collins. Michael Conley. Brett Coonrad. Cameron Crossley. Landon Culver. Michael DeMars. Savannah Dennis, CTE endorsement. David Duggar, CTE endorsement. Riley Edmonds. Ariana Evans, CTE endorsement. Nathaniel Gallagher. Cheyenne Garlock. Nicole Jeter, Regents with Honors. Caitlin Gould. Carly Gross. Dylan Hart. Matthias Hayes. Jacob Pike. Hunter Yamelli, CTE endorsement. Charisma Kaiser. Grace Kelly. Connor Kuchman, CTE endorsement. Colby LeQueen, CTE endorsement. Nicholas Liga, Advanced Regents with Mastery in Science. Suna Maddox. Calista Mayorano, Regents with Honors. Jackson Manning, Class Secretary, Advanced Regents. Ariana Marchese. Joseph Mitchell. Aaliyah Oldfield. Jasmine Overby. Caitlin Ovett, Regents with Honors, CTE endorsement. Olivia Pizer, CTE endorsement. Josiah Presley. Giovanni Pritchard. Emma Rando, CTE endorsement. Brian Real, CTE endorsement. Faith Redoden, Regents with Honors. Cody Rivers. Brielle Scanlon. Zoriana Tarasenko. Salutatorian Carolyn. Brandon Tusher. Isaiah Walrath. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
And now, to the class of 2022. Who would have thought that the cherished experiences of having a high school locker, roaming the halls, spending study halls in the library, or even eating lunch in the cafeteria would be the things that you during your senior year. If you ask me to describe you collectively, bloomers. Your apparent complacency makes it easy for us adults to underestimate your personal potential. But your achievements this year prove to us that you should not be underestimated. You have such a wide array of interests and talents and habits that you never got labeled the smart class, or the artistic class, or even the naughty class, or the fun class, because in fact, you are a conglomerate of all of those things and more. Too complex for a label to stick. Although you may not remember it, I was there for the first 4 to 5 years of your Herkimer Elementary School career, when you actually loved school and your teachers, and learned what it meant to be a bucket filler. I think it's really nice to be back here at Herkimer Elementary to bring it all full circle. We taught you to be rule followers who walked in straight lines, but all the while it felt like we were trying to put your square pegs into our round holes. Conformity is not a quality that you exhibit as a class. Fast forward a decade and add the COVID experience, and you have totally busted the pegboard that we wanted you to conform to. You have stolen the stage, advanced in sectionals, excelled in regional and state competitions, produced an exceptional yearbook, secured jobs and scholarships, and have blossomed into your own beautiful selves on your own terms. And if I may be frank, a pun that only the pranksters who put hundreds of hot dogs with ketchup and mustard on sticks and stuck them all over the high school lawns in the wee hours of a Monday morning would understand, I'm not sure that your teachers or your families expected you to blossom in the diverse and impressive ways that you have shown us today. But graduation is not the end of your learning journey. It's really just a new beginning for you all. Think of this rite of passage as an opportunity to upgrade to the 2.0 version of yourself. Those of you who went on the senior trip to the city last weekend and saw Beetlejuice on Broadway will understand my reference to the song Barbara 2.0. Unlike the characters of Beetlejuice, however, you are alive and well, and we can see you. So your decision on whether or not to upgrade is one that will have a profound impact on your lives and our world. As you graduate, you have the opportunity to use your high school experiences to work out the bugs in your original programming, capitalize on the strengths you've discovered, and pursue your passions. As you go through your life, I encourage you to strive for continuous upgrades. After all, why would you stop at the 2.0 version of yourself? Strive for slow and steady personal growth so that you can continue to bloom, and you will continue to surprise yourselves and your loved ones with all that you can accomplish, just like you proved to us today. And when you do achieve new levels of success, whether personal or professional, remember those who helped you along the way. Congratulations, graduates. I am proud of each and every one of you for all that you have overcome and all that you have achieved. I look forward to hearing about the trials and tribulations of your next adventures, and I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, whether it's here on the football field or at home with a live-streamed graduation ceremony. Thank you to the community that supported these students along the way. The senior banners along German Street are an outward expression of the support from the families and community donors and the Public Works Department that put them on display. We appreciate your efforts and the faith and pride you have in our students. There are also numerous individuals and organizations who deserve special recognition for making today possible. Thank you to the Mohawk Valley Fraziers for keeping us in your schedule year after year. Thank you to Mr. Aurelio for his technical expertise to perfect the sound system and live stream the ceremony for our families, and to Mr. Matthew for his technical assistance today. Thank you to Mr. Ritzel for helping our vocalists prepare for this auspicious occasion, and Mr. Gordon for bringing the band to us this evening. Thank you to our school nurse, Mrs. Vincent, who is on duty tonight, Mr. McKernan and his custodial staff who have prepared for this all week, and especially Mrs. McGuire, better known by this class as Bailey's grandma, for her extensive preparations not only for today, but the whole graduation season. Please join me in thanking them all for helping to make today special. Now, as we near the close of our ceremony today, please stand and join in the singing of the Alma Mater, led by Callista Mariano. Myron.
As it wends its peaceful way,
now senior congratulations.